Yo, what up, though? Shout out to everybody. Subscribe to the channel, liking the videos, and leave it a comment. I really appreciate that. So please subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed to the channel. But today we got breaking news. The Minnesota Vikings hired Brian Flores as a new defensive coordinator. Man, that was big for Minnesota. Minnesota needed a defensive coordinator bad as hell. And one thing about Dog, he can coach. If you don't know who Brian Flores is, he was Miami Dolphins head coach just about 2 years ago. And he had Miami defense on 10. I ain't gonna lie, Miami defense was ranked. In 2019, when he first got the job, they were ranked 27 with yard per play, turnover, they were ranked 28th, points allowed, they were ranked 32, and 32 was sacks per game. But in his second year, they went from 27 yard per play to rank number 8. And on turnover, they went from 28th to first. And on sacks per game, they went from 32 to 8. Well, fuck all that. Bottom line is, Dog can coach. And he a dog ass defensive coordinator. That what Minnesota needs. Somebody who can really coach and develop players. At first, it looked like ain't nobody want Minnesota defensive coordinator job at all. Was nobody about to touch that damn job. But for some reason, he chose Minnesota. I don't know if he ain't like the Arizona Cardinals with they little shit they got going on, but I wouldn't want no Arizona job neither for no head coaching. First off, the ownership ain't shit. And I'm tired of Kyler Murray for what, about 3 years? And Arizona is trash. But I'm surprised they ain't take that Denver job though. I don't know what happened to that. I ain't really read too much into it yet, but he chose Minnesota. And Minnesota needed him bad as hell. Cause one thing about it, dog gonna fix that defense. I could bet my last dollar on that. Now I don't want people to be going crazy now talking about the Minnesota Vikings might have a top five. No, come on, let's be for real now. He might get us to be like, we might be somewhere about 25, 26, but shit, that's still good from last year. We were ranked dead last. So imagine if Minnesota had a decent defense last year, what we could have did this season. You know what I'm saying? And I could bet my last fucking dollar that Daniel Jones would not have looked like Michael Vick up under Brian Flores as the defensive coordinator. Hell no. But anyway, that water under the bridge though. But that was a big ass honor for Minnesota. And one thing about it too, he know defensive players. And he was just with Pittsburgh last year learning up under Mike Tomlin. So I don't think he's gonna be here that long though. I'll probably give him a year or two tops. But shit, that's all it takes for him to change shit around. About a good 2 years. And it don't take all that shit people think. The Minnesota Vikings is back in control in the NFC. Cause dog gonna have that defense on one. They ain't be playing that bullshit we did last year. All that shit is dead. Dog gonna be blitzing more and doing all that. So Minnesota got lucky with this hire. This was a good ass hire. And KOC needed a defensive coach like this. I'm happy he got that shit right. Cause last year he didn't get that shit right. But this year, he seemed like, man, damn, I gotta get me a defensive coordinator. Our defense can't stop shit. Our defense probably can't even stop a fucking college team right now the way they playing. But Minnesota hired Brian Flores, dog. I can't believe it. I'm happy as hell he in Minnesota, though. I ain't gonna hold you up. He a dog got defensive coordinator. So all Minnesota got to do really is just, man, cut them old ass players. You might could bring back your D tackle. He might want to keep Danielle Hunter around for another year or so because you know that is some more pass rush. But he would be able to tell Minnesota who they need to get in free agency because we will have a couple dollars to play with after you cut and trade a lot of players. Yeah, they gotta redo that defense all the way. But defense gonna take a little minute though, cause our reality is that we looking at about shit, probably about 9 new starters on defense for real. Yeah, about 9 or 8. So it's gonna be a whole new defense. But I wanna know if he gonna keep that 3-4 or run with the 4-3. But I think he good with both of them defense. I ain't mistaken though, so that ain't no big problem. At least you got somebody in the fucking building that know defensive talent. Cause I don't know what the fuck they did last year in the draft. They just were trading picks, moving around, and drafting anybody. Well, that's all I had to say up on that new hire we did with Brian Flores. And I told you I'm upload videos every Monday and Wednesday. So please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. Do y'all think Minnesota finally got the defense coordinator position right? If not, tell me who you want in Minnesota to hire as the new defensive coordinator. Let's go. That's like, boy, I'm about to pop a bottle to that shit tonight.